Welcome to another episode of Rails to Car. I'm doing a 2002 Chevy Cavalier fuel pump. So I'm in the process of dropping this gas tank. As you see, I got jack stands, extra support, jack up under the tank, and the jack stand on that side. I'm at the back of the car, the rear of the car. Took a flathead screwdriver, unloosened the clamp, took some pliers and made sure I can turn that to break it loose. Now I just got to pull it off. Unplug these plugs. You want to remove these red tabs first. You pull on those and then you can unlatch the plugs and get them out of there. Next thing I did was this fuel filter. You unclip this with your thumb, clip it, unclip it, and push back on that, and you should be able to pop that out. Same thing with that blue one. Unclip it, then push it up inside of there, then pull out. Now I'm in process. Now this heat shield is on here, but we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to take this, it's a 13 millimeter or ½ inch. Take that loose and take that one loose, the straps. And I got this jack up under the tank to hold the tank up for me. So I'm about to get those two out and see what I do next. Okay, so the two bolts are out. I use the extension like this. Basically two 6-inch extensions, 12-inch extensions. Was able to go up through here, went up, got that bolt and the other bolt. Where's that? That went right there. Now, this heat shield got a little pin attached to this, and so what I did was took a pair of pliers and just ripped the loose shield off of the strap, so at least I could move the strap out the way if I need to do anything further. I'll see, but it looks like the rest of the shield can actually stay in there. My main focus was getting this strap loose like so. Okay, I'll be back. Let me try to drop this tank. Okay, I'm back. So as you see, I got the tank out. It's laying right there. Basically, it was a kind of a struggle. You had to get on that side, on the passenger side, and it actually has a handle on the top of the tank, which is great, and I see why. The heat shield stays in place. So you have to make sure the car is up high enough. You got to yank on that handle and back and forth, shake it back and forth to wiggle it out of the socket. Let me put this shit back the way it go. There you go. And make sure it's wiggle back and forth, but it will come out, as you see, after you got everything unplugged. So after you get everything unplugged, this is a bracket that holds lines on it. Two of those are the gas line, but the new tank comes with the two gas lines. So up here, they stay connected. You don't got to worry about it. But this middle one, you need to press in on these tabs and pull off. I couldn't get my fingers in there, so I used some needle nose pliers. Then you unplug this plug, then you unplug this other plug. This one has a little tab in it that you got to pull out first, a blue tab, and then you can unplug it. And it comes with a new wiring harness, because maybe the new one fits different, which it does. Like for right here, let me see the new one. Oh yeah, that one right there. So it's not made like that. So what you're gonna have to do is snip the ends of this off and follow the color coding. It comes with the instructions. You're gonna have to attach this new wire. So make sure you attach it and use electrical tape. That way it can plug into the new one, because the new one is not made with this type of plug on there. So I'll be back after I get this out of here. Yeah, so now you need a hammer and a flathead screwdriver. Knock this plate that way, lefty loosey. So knock it, put the screwdriver tip right there and tap it till it breaks free. Then you can pull this out, and you might have to wiggle to get it out of there because of the fuel filter. The float is in there. So get that out of there, put the new one in, put the plate back down, hold it in place and tap it back around righty-tighty to tighten it back up until it sits in that groove just like that. And I'll be back after I get this in there. Okay, I tapped it off and now it's poking up, and you want to slide this off of here. So what you do is, and here's the little handle I was talking about. You can yank on it to get the tank out. Excuse me. Which I guess they knew you was going to need it, because you need a little force, which is great design. Yep. Make sure that comes off. I suggest you lay it down in the orientation it goes. So I know that's the top and the other part's the bottom. All right, now it's time to get this out of here. And what I do, I always try to back this out a little bit and drain the gas as much as I can back into the tank. I don't like just gas sitting around and shit, man. Drain that back. Drain it back. Drain it back. And hopefully they don't have a full tank. I didn't mention that, but this one is actually pretty cool. All right, let me get this other one set. As you see, the orientation, I got it sitting in there. I got it locked in place. Like I said, that plug will go in. This one is not the same, so you got to clip this and rewire it. The two prongs on here will sit behind this one. If you're looking at the front, so this is cocked actually towards the passenger side. And you'll know this line's right back up with it. So let me clip this off and clip it off like right here, and strip some wire and rewire this thing. And looky here, the tank is up there. So putting this thing back in here, you had to angle it and get it up into this socket first. Slide it at an angle up in there. Just as hard as it was getting out, it's gonna be probably just as hard getting in. Remember, you had to snatch it out, so you gotta kind of hit it with your foot or something from the passenger side, kick it up in there a little bit. Then I took a little roll-up jack to hold it in place, since my big jack is right there. Well, jack stands, but then after I had it up a little bit, I was able to put the big jack up under it, lift it up, not all the way up, just up a little bit, enough to kick it in some more, because it still had to slide up in there. Make sure you pop your hoses and wires on this side up here, on that side of the rail right here. And don't forget to, after you get it up, poke these, put that behind the heat shield. Yep, and plug everything up just like that. Make sure you pop this back in there. Take a nice push it in there. That's it. Let's let this car down and crank it up.